Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Cerebral Smack Talk live on YouTube and StreamYard.com. It's Google MF Michael Fletcher alongside the guys Anthony Florio, Michael Bullock. Guys, it's going to be a short show tonight. We're only going to be covering Smackdown Live because TNA is basically on recaps. They're doing recaps of Bound for Glory. We've already gone through Bound for Glory. So for the next 2 weeks, we will not have TNA recaps on the show. We're only going to be focusing on SmackDown Live. So therefore, here we go. We are on SmackDown, and we were back in the United States. We were in the SAP Center in San Jose, California, the home of the San Jose Sharks, live on the USA Network and streaming internationally on Netflix. And well, when we started off, our first fight of the night was for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Zarya and Sol Ruca representing NXT going up against the reigning champions, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, winners of the bout in 11 minutes and 24 seconds, and still the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Solid opener. It wasn't perfect. There was some clunky moments in the match, but it was still a strong fight. It was still a very good match, and I could easily give this about a 3-star bout. A 3 to 3.25. Yes, it wasn't, like I said, there was a couple of moments where maybe it was nerves and whatnot from both teams because trying to figure each other out, but the match was fine. I thought it was a really good match. The champions remaining the champions, no big surprise there. Good outcome, but I gotta openly admit one other thing. Sol Ruca and Zarya are gonna be a tremendous talent, and especially Sol. Sol Ruca is a future star in WWE, in my opinion. What she did in this matchup, the athleticism that she does in the battle, yes, they didn't win the titles, but they definitely shined under that spotlight, and that's a humongous spotlight when we talk about WWE. Hell of a match, 3 to 3.25 stars. Anthony Florio, come on in. It is all yours.
Well, I'll tell you, MF, 3 to 3.25 stars. There were clear nerves on the part of the NXT talent, but for the most part, they held up their end of the bargain and looked good sharing the ring with two women in Charlotte and Alexa, who have been there, done that as far as high-profile matches and moments. This was a solid match that continued to introduce the potential main roster call-ups to the audience while furthering Sol Ruca's rivalry with Blake Monroe, which should be a fun addition to Halloween Havoc next Saturday night. So, not much more to add on to that. I agree with everything you just said about Sol Ruca being a future star. I agree with that. 3 to 3.25 stars. I agree with the rating. No doubt about it. So with that being said, Michael Bullock, your thoughts. 11:24, the time of the fall.
Yeah, I'll give this about 3.25. I mean, this was definitely a good match to start off SmackDown. I mean, and like you said, Sol Ruca, I think, is the future of the women's division. I mean, what she can do in the ring, I mean, she could definitely elevate that women's division wherever she goes, whether it's Raw or SmackDown. I mean, it's not a matter of if she makes her main roster debut. Well, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. But you're also forgetting another thing, guys, in this match. There was a little distraction by Blake Monroe. I mean, she was there on SmackDown tonight, and Zarya and Sol Ruca basically did not appreciate it, and that little distraction eventually cost Sol Ruca and Zarya. But the champions stay the champions. But I'm sure they were probably like, Blake, you didn't need to interfere. We're proven veterans. We can do this on our own. But obviously, Blake, being the heelish character, saying, I'm just offering a little assistance here. So, and as we found out on NXT, Sol Ruca is going to defend the Women's North American Championship against Blake Monroe at Halloween Havoc. So we'll see what happens with that. So 3.25. I definitely agree with everything you guys said. So let's move on, Fletch.
All right. So then in turn, there was a backstage thing where basically Sami Zayn was asking Nick Aldis, hey, I wanna, what's going on with why didn't he questioned about the Intercontinental situation, the U.S. title situation. Now, you know, Aldis says, well, Nakamura deserves a rematch, but he was concerned about the MFTs did to both of them last week, meaning Aldis. So Sammy's like, okay, fine, but I want to do the open challenge. That's the fans love my open challenges. I've been doing a great job, and they're like, all right, well, you want to do the open challenge? I'm more than happy to I'm more than happy to do it. So then it was that the Miz came out, and it looked like he was going to answer the challenge, except Carmelo Hayes took him out. So basically, Carmelo took out Miz, so that open challenge goes bye-bye. And then a surprise. The Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov, is back. Back from a long-term injury, originally on Monday Night Raw, is now SmackDown Blue. And he answers the open challenge of Sami Zayn. Winner of the bout, 18 minutes, 55 seconds, and new United States heavyweight champion, the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov, the Moscow Mole, and then the H-bomb that is more devastating than a hammer and sickle. We have a new champion, history being made, unprecedented crowning, Anthony Florio at 1855. The Mad Dragon is U.S. champion.
And very well deserved. Let me tell you that right now. Ilya Dragunov wasted no time returning and reminding fans why he was one of the best wrestlers on the planet when he unfortunately suffered the knee injury that would cost him a year of his career. This was an extraordinary TV Match of the Year candidate that had fans on the edge of their seats and splitting their allegiances. Greatness from both men. I can't quite give it the 5, even though I have every right to. I am going to give it 4.5 to 4.75 of a star. Excellent match. Fight of the night. It's definitely up there when it comes to TV matches of the year for sure. And business has picked up on SmackDown with Ilya Dragunov, the United States heavyweight champion. What a special moment. His first match back, and he goes ahead and gets that done. I mean, wow. And I'll tell you what, I came across, I remember coming across something that, yes, I want to share something that I came across here. Sources indicate that Sami Zayn himself made the call to have Ilya Dragunov dethrone him for the United States Heavyweight Championship. Sami did the job. That's what he did. Sami, he was the one who said, yes, Ilya deserves it. He's been out for so long. And if there's anybody that can make this U.S. championship prestigious and relevant, I think we got the perfect man for the job right here. So as if we couldn't have enough. I mean, we already had enough respect for Sami as it was, but for Sami himself to say, yeah, I will be more than happy to, I want to personally, this is the guy I want to dethrone me. He's ready. He's more than ready. Wow. Big ups, Sammy. Big ups. I know it's not easy to be in a position like that, but for you to say that you were more than willing to do the job and have Ilya be the guy to take the title off of you, dude, you elevated a new star in the process, made the U.S. Championship the most prestigious it's been in years, and for that, you get a standing ovation. Not just you, but Ilya as well. That was an incredible match. Standing ovation, without doubt, without a doubt about it. If you didn't see the show on Friday night, and if you're pressed for time, I strongly suggest you go out of your way to watch that match, because that one was a certified banger. But then again, every match in the Sami Zayn U.S. Open Challenge was banger after banger after banger. And in all honesty, as great as they all were, this one, by far, was the absolute best. Well done. 4.5, 4 3/4, fight of the night, a certified TV match of the year candidate for sure. Nothing more to say. Michael Bullock, how about this? Ilya Dragunov, he returns after a year on the shelf. In his first night back, he wins the U.S. title, and Sami Zayn himself made the call to put the title on him. Hell of a guy.
And that just showed you why we got so much respect for Sami Zayn, and I respect him even more now. I mean, for him to actually say he wanted to drop the title to Ilya Dragunov because he deserves it, big ups to you, bro. And also big ups to Ilya Dragunov. I mean, after he was out for over a year with a serious injury, he's back and wins the United States Championship. One of the most prestigious titles in WWE history, and now he etches his name with all the greats that have won that title. I mean, 4.5, 4 3/4, fight of the night. I mean, great work by both men. I mean, I got mad respect for both of these guys. I mean, but I'm especially happy for Ilya Dragunov because I've been hoping and praying that he wins his first title on the main roster, and now he does. But unfortunately, the celebration was cut short thanks to the MFTs. I mean, they jumped both Sami Zayn and Ilya Dragunov. This is Solo basically saying, enjoy winning the title, because your title's going to be just like your title runs is just going to be like your comeback, short-lived, because we're taking back everything that we once had. And yeah, that's a scary thought. But if I know Ilya Dragunov, you think Ilya Dragunov is going to back down from those threats from Solo Sikoa? Let me think about it. Hell no, he ain't. Because here's a guy who brings up banger after banger after banger when it comes to matches. And if you think for 1 minute, Solo, that Ilya's gonna be intimidated by you guys, that ain't gonna happen. So we'll see what happens. But
I hate to say this, but if Solo gets his hands because of the MFTs, I could see Solo walking out new U.S. heavyweight champion. I'm sorry. If that match actually happens, I think Solo takes the belt. I think it's a short-lived. I think it's going to be a short-lived reign for Ilya Dragunov, and on top of that, I honestly think they might be setting up Solo and his crew to be the next devastating force in WWE. Now, there are rumors about maybe a possible War Games
for your show, Fletch.
I know, but the Wyatt Six has also been picking a fight, and now we're looking at a brand warfare, and with all the stuff going on, there's a good possibility this might be our War Games.
It's going to
the
be
MFTs versus the Wyatt Six. This might be our men's War Games fight, guys. And imagine
no.
that.
It's not that it might. It's not might. It's going to be. I can guarantee you it's going to be.
Well, obviously, because I'm just putting it out there.
Did you see the clues?
I know. Like, I've been hearing the rumors. I've heard it. So I know.
Eggs. There were Easter eggs too.
Yep.
You saw it. It said it clear as day. WAR.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to war, boys. I wouldn't have this any other way. This is the War Games match I honestly wanted, and I prayed for this, and it happened.
We need to wait, Florio, before it becomes official. So,
it probably will become official. Like Anthony Florio said, it's just only a matter of time. But yeah, we'll wait.
It's a matter of when.
It's just a matter of when they pull the trigger. Absolutely. But by all intended purposes, by all rumors, yeah, this will most likely happen. We just got. It's not a matter of if we're going to get the War Games. It's just how are they going to bring it together, and when is the War Games going to go down? That's the $1 million question.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. So next up we had was a tag team fight. Motor City Machine Guns versus Los Garza. Motor City Machine Guns winning the match in 9 minutes and 23 seconds. Michael Bullock, it's yours.
I'm going to give this about maybe 2.5 to 3 here. I mean, obviously you needed to give the victory to the Motor City Machine Guns. Hopefully this will help them get back on track, maybe back to getting those WWE tag team titles. So a nice momentum win for the Motor City Machine Guns. So nothing more to say. It's your sledge.
Yeah, it was about a 2.5 star match. It's a fine match. Nothing more to say. Nothing to really write home about. It was a fine fight. Could have been better in certain areas, but I'm not too mad about it. And now we move on to Anthony Florio before we get into the main event of the evening.
Yes, indeed. And look, this is right around that 2.5 to 3 threshold. There was so much emphasis placed on the heels here, both on commentary and via the amount that they were allowed to shine between the ropes, only for them to lose. Not just lose, but lose despite little sustained offense from the babyfaces, questionable booking and or match layout there. The commentary team of Vic Joseph and Corey Graves put over the success of Angel Umberto and Triple A hard, which begs the question, would they be accepted by the audience more if WWE actually preceded their match by showing footage of their success in Mexico? Something to think about. 2.5 to 3 stars. Nothing more to say except let's get into a wild and crazy ending here.
Yeah, so the main event was supposed to be Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre for the #1 contendership for the WWE Championship. But as many of you guys know, Jacob suffered an injury prior. And it was being reported that, he was going to be out of action. So, what do? They wrote him off the only way they knew how. Jacob got jumped. Jacob got beaten down in the back, and it was a gory scene. Like, it was horrible what happened to Jacob. So, the question became, oh my God, what happened to Jacob? Who would do such a thing? So, Drew comes out, basically saying, well, if Jacob's not going to fight, I should be #1 contender by default, because I'm guaranteed the opportunity. Cody comes out, pissed off, saying, all right, you want to fight? You want a title shot? I know you took out Jacob. It was definitely your fault. But you want your shot? Fine. I'm not going to wait. I don't give a damn. We're fighting. And the brawl was on. It went all over the place, all over the arena. They finally got back into the ring. They finally rung the bell. And then when it was all said and done, Drew McIntyre won the match in 5 minutes and 56 seconds. However, it was because of a disqualification because Cody Rhodes does something very uncharacteristic. He ducks Drew McIntyre with the WWE title that led to the disqualification, which was very un-Cody-like, very unlike the American Nightmare, and the brawl kept going at the end of the show. So, the way I see it, it goes like this. Drew McIntyre gets another shot at the title. It's a championship committee moment. Cody Rhodes does. This is one of the rare times that I can say Cody Rhodes basically chickened out of the championship fight by deliberately getting disqualified. Now this would be what Anthony Florio would go with as the heel commentator, that he would be screaming bloody murder on Cody Rhodes, saying that he took the cheap way out, that he deliberately got disqualified, that he was feared that he was going to lose the belt. I would have been on Anthony Florio's butt quicker than salt on a peanut. But you know what? This makes perfect sense. Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre was supposedly going to be a part of the War Games fight. Obviously, now things have changed with the injury to Seth Rollins, so we now know that's most likely not going to happen. So now, what are we going to do with Survivor Series? Obviously, you got to give us a WWE title fight. So, why not? Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, one more time for the championship, and let's see how this plays out. For me, this was about maybe 1.5 star fight, 2-star bout because of the shortness of the time, but I loved every minute of it because it went all over the goddamn place and I enjoyed it. So I got nothing bad to say. Anthony Florio, you were railing on commentary that you went Jesse the Body Ventura 1989 Royal Rumble. Where Hogan did what he did.
Yeah, I mean, didn't I have every right to? I mean,
yes, actually, for once, yeah. Normally, I would tell you give me a break, but this is one of the rare times where I had to give it up and say yes.
Yeah, he did take the chicken way out. He absolutely did, and you know, it is what it is, but I don't see it happening at Survivor Series. Let's not forget, we still have a Saturday night's main event to get to. We still have that. And the rumor I'm hearing is that they want to do Cody and Drew for the title on Saturday night's main event on November 1st, which I think makes a lot of sense. I'm also hearing a possible World Heavyweight Championship match on that show, too. We'll address that Tuesday night on Ridiculously Raw, of course. Oh, my God. This was a fine brawl with lots of aggression and intensity, but there was something unfulfilling about WWE advertising Jacob Fatu all show long, knowing full well he would not compete, then booking a cop-out pull apart to close the show. With that said, Cody Rhodes is one of the best fiery babyfaces when he gets to be, and he showed it here. No one fires up and shows that pro wrestling intensity like he does, and quite frankly, it is something he should get to do more often. This looks hell-bent on delivering Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre the rematch. It's not if that is the direction, when that is the direction things are heading. That is a perfectly acceptable match in addition to any card. It's just not going to be Survivor Series. It's going to be Saturday night's main event, along with a possible World Heavyweight Championship match. We'll see how that plays out tomorrow night on Raw, and we'll discuss that Tuesday night on Ridiculously Raw. But for right now, fine way to end the show. It's a cliffhanger. You leave them hanging on a cliffhanger. It's called a hook. It leaves people wanting more. That's what it's all about. And they did a perfectly acceptable job here. So Not much more to say. Michael Bullock, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre. I'm hearing Saturday night's main event. That's what I'm hearing.
I can see that happening. I can see it happening at Saturday night's main event. But we'll see what happens with this. But yeah, 1.5 stars. I mean, because it was short, like you said. But yeah, and who knows? Maybe there could be some kind of special stipulation for.
I'm putting a no rating on mine. I'm sorry, I forgot to give my rating NA.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna give it 1.5 stars because we did see a little bit of action, but yeah, it was just short. So yeah, maybe some kind of a special stipulation when it comes to the WWE title match at Saturday night's main event, but we'll see what happens with it. So nothing more for me to say. Let's get to overall thoughts.
Anthony Florio, you lead off.
7.5 to 8 out of 10. But I'm going to be honest with you. This was an odd episode in that it appears as though that Jacob Fatu's injury threw things for a loop, culminating in the Cody Rhodes Drew McIntyre brawl to close the show and bring those two superstars back together. Even if it did not, and that was always the plan, it felt spontaneous instead of rehearsed, and that is always a welcome feeling when watching a WWE event. The return of Ilya Dragunov and his subsequent match with Sami Zayn was nothing short of extraordinary, and the women's tag title match was fun also. Even with that said, it felt like a disjointed show with some questionable booking decisions, a tag team division that's about to get crowded again, and too many talented individuals not being utilized to their fullest potential. But it was still mainly because of that U.S. title match. So I'm actually gonna change the rating here. I'm gonna give it between 7 and 7.5, but it was still a good show, even though it was a little disjointed. So 7.5 for me. Michael Bullock, your thoughts?
Yeah, 7.5 for me. I mean, it was a good show. I mean, it definitely could have been better, but yeah, I mean, there's really not really that much to complain about. So, with that being said, Fletch, you have the final say of the night.
All right, 7.5 to 8 for me. I think, Anthony, you were right originally. I thought it was a solid show. Yes, I know the injury did occur, and I know it sucks, and we all were bumming over the fact that we did lose Jacob Fatu, and it hurts. That hurts. He was going to be a breakout, man. He was having a breakout year, and I just feel for the guy because now they're saying he's out till 2026. That sucks, man. So that definitely took the wind out of the sails to Team Blue. But getting Ilya Dragunov is great. And the thing is I'm hearing a lot of rumors about more guys possibly coming to the Blue brand, coming down the pipeline. Many talented stars coming from NXT, coming to SmackDown. A lot of rumors about certain stars on their way. And if it's true, oh my God, is that a shot in the arm to SmackDown? And we need a shot in the arm. Because a lot of people's been saying SmackDown's been definitely tailing off lately. They said Raw's been fine. SmackDown definitely needs some jolts here. And, with some rumors of certain men and women coming to SmackDown, dude, it'd be great to have these people on. So if it happens, we'll wait and see. But at the end of the day, yeah, this was a solid show. So 7.5 to 8 is my rating. We're out of here. We're done. Tuesday night. It's Ridiculously Raw, hosted by Anthony Florio. Raw and NXT. Then on Thursday, College Football Thursday, hosted by Anthony Florio. As we'll be we're getting knee deep. We're about a week away from the release of the College Football Playoffs first poll. It's always the first it's always the first Tuesday in November is when that poll drops. We are a couple of weeks away. Once we do this show, it will be literally 1 week from Tuesday when they drop that poll. We'll get into all the action. We're going to get hyped over that, and we'll go from there. Friday, NFL Friday. We got a lot of things to talk about that. We might get some rants. We don't know. We'll see. And then 1 week from Saturday, we do it all over again. After Halloween Havoc, we will do another edition of the Cerebral Smack Talk. We will preview at some point. I believe it'll be on Tuesday when we do Ridiculously Raw. We will preview the Halloween Havoc show. So you'll get a 3-for-1. You'll get Raw. You'll get SmackDown. You'll get the preview of the Halloween Havoc. And then, or maybe we might do it on Thursday. I don't know. Anthony we'll decide then, because we don't know what the docket's going to look like for the college football games. If it's not much, we'll do it then. But until then, we'll see you all on Tuesday for Ridiculously Raw. For Anthony Floyo and Michael Bullock, I'm Michael Fletcher, saying so long, everybody, and we'll see you all on Tuesday night.